Look in on a most unusual job, resident illustrator. How an artist and a downtown hotel are working together in an unexpected way.
Now, how can you make a totally gluten and dairy-free Christmas cookie that still passes the taste test?
The leader of Johnson County Community College reflects back as he prepares to depart.
Finding new uses for building materials. Habitat Restore leading the way.
Principal funding for the local show provided by Francis Family Foundation, Frederick and Louise Hartwig Family Fund, Kaufman Foundation, Healthcare Foundation of Greater Kansas City, Hall Family Foundation, Johnson County Community College. Additional support provided by and KCPT members. Thank you.
Welcome to another edition of The Local Show. I'm Nick Haynes.
And I'm Randy Mason. We begin this week with a question. Which is the largest institution of higher education in our bi-state area? Is it KU or MU? You might be surprised to learn it's actually neither.
With more than 50,000 students enrolled in credit and continuing education classes each semester, Johnson County Community College is now the largest institution of higher education in either Kansas or Missouri.
And after 5 years at the helm, JCCC's president Terry Callaway has announced he's retiring. Along with increased enrollment, Callaway is credited with bringing a lot of novel programs to the JCCC, which is consistently ranked as one of the best community colleges in the country.
People no doubt have heard about the Nerman Museum of Contemporary Art, which was added during his watch. But the college is also getting national attention for its culinary program, which will open its own culinary academy and innovative demonstration kitchen next year. Dr.
Callaway is with us on The Local Show.
After 5 years, why now?
Well, first of all, Nick, thank you for inviting me to join you today. And I think why now is really twofold. And first and foremost, for me, it's about our family and helping to support family in tough times. I have elderly parents who live in Cleveland, and we just decided it's time to kind of in our kind of where we are in the stage of our lives to go help with that. So my wife and I will be spending some time back in Cleveland, although we plan to stay here in Kansas City, and it's really about family.
When the articles came out about you accepting this job, you were 51 years old. You had led a community college in Arizona when you were coming here. You're still a very young man. You could be doing anything you wanted to be doing.
Well, you're right, and it's probably a little younger than folks think someone should be when they retire. And I'm not saying that somewhere down the line I might not try to do something else or consider something else, but right now for us, family comes first, and I've always said that to everyone else. And for us, that's what this is about. And so, yeah, maybe in a year or two, things might change and we might explore other things, but for now, it's going to be about family for us.
There was in the Kansas City Star article looking at your retirement, which will come August 1st of next year.
Correct.
But a whole list of accomplishments. What do you point to as your biggest accomplishment in that period of time?
I think the thing I'm the most proud of is moving our college from a place where we were most proud about our buildings to we're most proud about our students. Our college is a beautifully manicured, a beautifully designed facility, over 2 million square feet of space. But after all said and done, it's only bricks and mortars if it's not for the heart and soul inside, which are the people, our students and our faculty. And we've worked very hard over the last 5.5, 6 years to move ourselves to a place where we're focused around evaluating our success based on our students' success. And I think now when you talk to people at our college, that's what you hear, are the great stories of the things that happen on the campus between faculty members and students and the talent development that happens at our college. And I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of the fact that we're focused on the right things now. And I think that's what's helped us also be successful.
Has there been a disappointment?
I think the biggest disappointment probably is I'd love to be here for another 10 years. And while I plan to be the biggest cheerleader Johnson County Community College has ever had, I'm going to be watching from very close by, as you know. But
you're putting family before self at this point.
I am. And so the disappointment maybe is I love to see where we are, maybe have a crystal ball to be able to predict where we're going to be in 10 years, but I'm guessing that they're going to continue to be the very best of the best.
A lot of people still view, though, community college in the general sense as being, oh, they're less than. Some people still call it, oh, it's a junior college. That is still, though, the moniker that a lot of people have about community colleges, isn't it?
Well, it is, and I think that the whole dynamic of junior college, and anyone who's been to our college knows we're no one's junior college. We truly are a college of first choice rather than last resort, and I think in some ways that's what the whole moniker of a junior college is about. If you can't be successful in one place, we'll try the community college. And what I'm really I'm proud of is the success our students have. In fact, a student's more likely to complete a baccalaureate degree if they start with us than if they start at one of our state universities. I'm very proud of that.
Do you ever see a day where at Johnson County Community College you would ever get a 4-year degree?
Well, there's been some talk about that, and we've talked about it at length in our cabinet meetings and other places. Right now we have the Edwards campus of KU up the street from us, and we have Kansas State University in Olathe with their branch campus there. So there probably isn't a specific need today, but I think as the community changes and the dynamics change, we're going to continue to have those conversations. It would need a statutory change in Kansas legislation, but I think that it's worthy of a conversation.
Well, certainly given the huge costs associated with going to higher education, it is much cheaper to go to Johnson County Community College. That is why you have become such a successful place and why enrollment has been up 8% in the 5 years that you've been there.
Right. And I think it's worthy of a consideration because if you look at the financial model that we have in place, we certainly could deliver those baccalaureate degrees at a reasonable price for students and families in the community and for our employers. And so I think it's worthy of continuing to have the conversation. Whether we go there or not, who knows? That'll be the next agenda for the next administration. But I think it's certainly something that'll be on their table to discuss. I would continue to push that as an opportunity to explore.
You've also been so much involved in workplace development. Many people don't realize, for instance, you are training, for instance, 14,000 railroad employees every year coming to Johnson County Community College with the largest railroad training facility, not just in the state of Kansas, but in the entire country, right there on your campus.
That's true, and that's not included in our enrollment numbers that you quoted earlier. Those are our programs and services that we provide for Burlington Northern Santa Fe. A great company to work for, and from our perspective, state-of-the-art, world-class training facility there. It's a great partnership, and I think it's also a great model for how colleges and business partners can work together. Our college is truly a workforce development center, though, and I think in many ways it is the economic engine of Johnson County. And I think there are other opportunities we'll explore between now and August, and certainly after that, where we can follow that model.
And you have a culinary center that will be opening next year, too.
Right. David Wysong, former senator from the state of Kansas, and his wife Kathy were generous contributors to a strategy that they call the Wysong Challenge that caused us to initiate this involvement around a new culinary building. David always said our culinary program was like our football team. And we don't have a football team, and we have this culinary program that really is one of our premier programs. And we're now in the process of building a facility that will open in August that'll literally be a world-class training center for folks in the culinary area and also hospitality management. We think it's going to set Greater Kansas City apart in the ways that we train chefs and be involved with folks in that industry. If you go around almost anywhere in the Greater Kansas City area, you will find either the executive chef or one of the chef staff being a Johnson County grad, and we're really, really proud of that. And we think that we can now take the next step with this new culinary center and the program expansion that will come with it.
So you've got a culinary center, you have the Nerman Museum of Contemporary Art, which is winning lots of accolades, hugely successful museum that you have there. You have your own television station and your own television channel. You're in the television business. So along with the culinary center, you could be doing your own Iron Chef program.
We think we might do that. We'll have the facility to do it, and we certainly have the network that we could do that, or maybe we could work collaboratively on that.
Well, now you're going to have the time to actually be your own television celebrity.
There you go. Maybe I'll do a TV show. But I think the beauty of where we're going is in our community, folks have said, the quality of life is really important. And if you're talking about the Performing Arts Center, if you're talking about the Nerman Museum, or even our own station, where we're providing some really neat programming, they're all parts of the quality of life that the college brings to Greater Kansas City, and we're very proud of what that means, and we're very proud of the changes that we've made in our community around that.
Well, Dr. Terry Callaway, retiring president at Johnson County Community College, thank you so much for being with us on The Local Show.
Thank you so very much.
Everybody seems to be concerned about the environment these days and keeping as much waste out of landfills as possible. Next on The Local Show, what happens when someone tears down a house to make way for a new one? As part of our ongoing reporting project with broadcast students at Johnson County Community College, we take a closer look at how a nonprofit group called Habitat Restore is finding new ways to recycle old housing materials that would have been destined for the landfill.
Deconstruction is the breakdown of a home in the opposite direction of construction. We take everything out piece by piece and we recycle it so that we stay out of the landfill so that other people can be able to use it in the future.
The reason for deconstruction is to save as much as material as possible.
You don't want to put all the metal and the unnecessary wood into the landfill. We get to reuse the 2x4s, reuse any kind of material that somebody would want to build a new house on. It's like remodeling a house, but you're rebuilding a house with the same materials.
If you got a 15-man crew, it'd be a lot faster. If you got a 4-man crew, it'd be a lot slower. You got somebody always denailing, you got somebody over here on the windows, you got somebody on the roof, you got somebody knocking down the drywall, you got somebody pulling down, you always got somebody doing something.
The hardest part about deconstruction is probably getting people trained, the guys in the field that actually take the house apart. There is an art to that. You can't just start going at it with sledgehammers and ripping things apart in any sequence, any fashion. If you do that, you just have a mess on your hands. So there is a sequence and an art to taking things apart.
As you can see back here, we're going to save the whole frame. Also, we saved all the windows, we saved all the doors.
These guys, they're dedicated, they're devoted to what they're doing, and they're really hard working at what they're doing. And I hope that in the future that they'll be able to train others and we can continue the training of deconstruction.
It's nothing but teamwork. We're a team. That's a crew. I might need somebody to hand me some tools or something. I might need some help pushing out this window. I might need somebody to help me on this roof.
We try to take great care in removing these items and getting them back to our store. And here at Habitat Restore, where these items are offered to the general public at a very reduced price, and a lot of people have their own home projects that they do with these items we brought back. One of the best things is that we're a not-for-profit organization, so we can also offer the homeowners a tax credit for their donation.
Getting the public's mind around the fact that instead of flattening their house or whatever it is, kitchen, whatever it is, and throwing it away, that the items that they have that are used still have value. I like to think of it like automobiles, for instance. Everybody knows that a used car still has value. We place a lot of value on a used automobile. If we drive a car for a few years, we don't just think, oh well, throw it away. There's a market for used automobiles. I think it's the same, it needs to be the same thing with used building materials.
There's a big demand in the residential sector. There's always someone wanting to redo a bathroom, wanting to redo a kitchen, and maybe remove an old deck to replace a new deck. And yes, they keep us pretty busy.
The reason for deconstruction is you saving energy, it's green, and you're saving people a lot of money.
'Tis the season of eating, whether it's Christmas cookies, holiday hams, or a pesky fruitcake. We all know that sweet treats play a big part in the joys of the season, but for a lot of us with allergies and other dietary restrictions, Yuletide pleasures can be a real challenge.
Never fear, though. Here on The Local Show, we're here with a totally gluten and dairy-free holiday recipe from KCPT viewer Amber Arnett Beckwith. Amber runs Full Moon Productions, you know, the haunted houses in the West Bottoms. But she and one of her children also happen to be gluten and dairy intolerant, which too can be downright scary.
So how can you make a totally gluten and dairy-free Christmas cookie that's also going to pass the taste test? Well, we're about to find out.
In 2005, I was given 3 to 6 months to live. The doctors were unable to figure out what was wrong with me. But after a 10-day fast and reintroducing foods one at a time, it was determined that I was gluten and dairy intolerant. A couple of years later, I found out that one of my twin sons was also gluten intolerant. With a family of 5 to feed, I became a woman on a quest to convert traditional recipes to gluten and dairy-free recipes that don't lose any of the traditional flavor.
And so what we're going to be making is my grandmother's famous sugar cookies. We're going to be going to Whole Foods and we're going to be looking at the different flours that we can purchase to make this recipe. We're going to look at the dairy alternative products, and there are a lot on the market now, but some work better than others in recipes, and so we're going to be looking at those different choices.
For these sugar cookies, we're actually going to be using 3 different flours. I'm going to use the sorghum flour. It's very fine in texture, so it's going to blend really well. And then we're going to use a little bit of the brown rice flour, and that gives us a little bit more protein and not so quick to turn to sugar in our system. I'm going to also add almond meal flour, and the reason for that is that this particular cookie has the nutmeg in it, and it's nice to have that little bit of nutty flavor added in.
You start with vegan buttery sticks, and these are great in any type of baking. And we're going to just use 1 stick, which is actually 8 tablespoons, and that's going to go into our mixing bowl. Then we're going to add 1 egg. Now we're going to add the sugar. I use 3/4 cup regular sugar, but then I add in a 1/4 cup turbinado sugar. What deems it a little bit more healthy is the fact that it's less processed. Then we're going to add 1 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. What we want to do is go ahead and cream together the butter, alternative, the sugars, and the egg. We're going to make sure that's well blended, and then we're going to add in a 1/2 cup of sour cream. Now what we're going to do is start putting together our dry ingredients. We're going to start with almond, 1 cup. We'll shut that off. 1 cup of almond flour. We're going to use 1 cup of sweet white sorghum flour. And then we're going to use 1 1/2 cup of brown rice flour. Now we're going to add 1 teaspoon baking soda and a 1/2 teaspoon salt. Then we're going to add in the flavor burst for this wonderful holiday cookie, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. We're going to add just a dash of cinnamon. Okay, a generous dash. So let's stir our dry ingredients one more time to make sure we've got a nice mixture going. And then we are going to slowly mix this in. Turn your mixer on stir. You'll see that it's starting to form a ball on its own, and that's when you want to stop the mixer. Then we're going to wrap the ball in a small piece of parchment paper. And we're going to put that into the refrigerator just for about 5 minutes to make sure that our ingredients stay cold. That helps the rollout process when we go to cut out the cookies. Now, what we've done is just gotten the dough out of the refrigerator. So what we do is then just take a little bit of our brown rice flour and sprinkle it over the top, as well as get our surface floured. Again, with making these alternatives, sometimes, depending on the type of sour cream that you use, you will want to adjust accordingly. So for instance, on this underside, it's a little bit wet, so I'm gonna use a little bit of the flour that I sprinkled on to put it here on the underside and work it in. So we're gonna take and roll our dough, make it nice and even, best you can. Take your cutouts and put them on the greased cookie sheet. So we're gonna place them in the oven, 350 degrees for 8 minutes. This particular sugar cookie recipe would be one that most people wouldn't even attempt. You're dealing with alternative gluten-free flour, but you're also dealing with 3 different alternative dairy-free ingredients. This cream cheese has great texture, and so if you're not really looking for the flavor, this is a good choice. But if you're wanting something with that rich cream cheese flavor, say the icing that we want to use on the sugar cookies, then this one is the best choice. All right, while the cookies are baking, what we're gonna do is make our cream cheese frosting. So what we have here is our alternative cream cheese, and we're gonna put that into our mixing bowl. We're gonna add 1 pound of powdered sugar. We're gonna add about half of that in, and then we're gonna mix in 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Love vanilla. Put it on our mixer here. And we're gonna start off slowly so that I don't end up looking like Frosty. And what we're gonna do is add in the rest of our pound of powdered sugar very slowly. All right, look at this. Nice and creamy and smooth. And what that is going to do is be a wonderful, luscious icing on top of our holiday cookie, and it's gonna make the nutmeg pop, the cream cheese mixture with the nutmeg. Wonderful combination.
Pick your favorite. I got mine, but I made it.
While these cookies contain absolutely no lactose, high fructose corn syrup, casein, palm kernel oil, gluten, or genetically modified ingredients, they do possess a prayer, a memory, a wish, the taste of a very wonderful holiday.
Special holiday treat.
Sometimes on The Local Show, we're able to share stories about something fun that you might not hear about otherwise. This week, Randy and Don the camera guy Mayberger went downtown to tell just such a tale.
Flash, bam, alakazam, wonderful you came by. I was home with this tune, drinking in sunshine out of an orange-colored view. Flash, bam, alakazam, I gotta look at you.
The type of work that I'm going for, they have me in it, really, wherever I go, whatever I draw. Whatever I think or see or describe, I put it down, and my work sort of becomes a graphic novel in a way. I like to go out and draw. I think that's sort of a difference with some of my colleagues, is that I like to venture out and sort of get the story rather than Google it. I love to have muses, I guess. You know, this building has been my muse. Getting to draw architecture, people, sitting, standing, musicians, I mean, it's the whole flavor. I think drawing, you can catch some pretty sensitive moments. I've sort of become a psychologist in a way, because all I do is stare and watch people.
It's great. I mean, he's very self-sufficient. He carries everything he needs with him. It's at the table with him, or it's on the sofa with him.
That's so great.
Some people who have a little moxie will go up and ask him what he's doing. And he's great at engaging with those people and showing them the drawings and the sketches that he's accumulating in his books.
It's just red wine.
Really?
I'm actually really interested in what people have to say about it. You know, hey, have you ever thought about it like this? Or why don't you do this? That's going to do nothing but add to what I do.
We know that there are going to be days when he's going to be very prolific. There's going to be days when maybe he's not feeling it. So there's really not a quote or anything like that we expect from him.
I'm all about getting a lot of work done, and you're always going to be better the more you do it. So why not just do it all the time and get better at it and be faster at it? I love the idea of being employed by the hotel to do this because this is my work. There is no other plan B. I could be digging a ditch somewhere. I better do well at this art thing, you know?
Jazz can be found at the Hotel Phillips on Thursday through Saturday nights. You never know whether the illustrator in residence will be there for sure, but some of Trey Bryant's paintings are on display.
It's our last show of the year, Randy, so it's a sort of Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays from us.
Yep, everybody have a good one. We'll see you on The Local Show in 2013.
Principal funding for The Local Show provided by Francis Family Foundation, Frederick and Louise Hartwig Family Fund, Kaufman Foundation, Healthcare Foundation of Greater Kansas City, Hall Family Foundation, Johnson County Community College. Additional support provided by and KCPT members. Thank you.